"You need to come to the hospital right now," my sister whispered over the phone at 2:13 in the morning. "It's Emily. And before you say anything, please just listen." The second I heard my wife's name, my stomach twisted. Not because I loved her anymore, but because 3 hours earlier, I had watched her walk into a hotel with another man while thinking I knew nothing. I sat in my car outside our house, gripping the steering wheel so hard my knuckles turned white. Rain slammed against the windshield while my mind replayed the image over and over again. Emily laughing, touching his arm, kissing him like I had never existed. Then my sister said the words that changed everything. "She's in intensive care." For 12 years, Emily Carter had been my entire world. We met when I was 24, broke, exhausted, and trying to build my construction business from nothing. She stood beside me through every failed contract, every sleepless night, every bill we barely managed to pay. Or, at least, I thought she did. By 36, I had finally built the life she always wanted. A beautiful house outside Chicago, vacations twice a year, expensive dinners, designer clothes. I worked 14-hour days so she could have everything. And apparently that still wasn't enough. 3 weeks before the hospital call, strange things started happening. Emily suddenly guarded her phone like it contained state secrets. She started working late. Despite being a freelance graphic designer who worked from home, she bought new dresses she never wore around me. Perfume I'd never smelled before filled our bedroom. But the real knife came from our neighbor, Claire. I didn't want to say anything. She told me quietly one evening. "But I saw Emily with another man downtown last Friday." At first, I defended my wife like an idiot. I actually got angry at Claire for suggesting it. Then I saw the messages. One night, Emily fell asleep with her phone unlocked beside her. I wasn't snooping. I swear I wasn't. But the screen lit up with a message that read, "I can still taste you." My blood froze. The sender was a man named Jason Reed, 42, CEO of a luxury real estate company. Rich, charming, divorced, the kind of man women brag about online. Their messages went back almost a year. Hotel reservations, secret trips, pictures, lies, and the worst part, she laughed about me with him. "He's too busy working to notice anything." Reading that sentence broke something inside me that never healed again. I didn't scream when I confronted her. Didn't throw things, didn't cry. I just looked at her and asked, "How long?" Emily went pale instantly. Then came the excuses, the tears, the fake guilt. It didn't mean anything. It was a mistake. "I love you, but people don't accidentally cheat for 11 months. I told her I wanted a divorce. That night, she stormed out of the house furious, screaming that I was throwing away 12 years over one mistake. Except she didn't go to her sister's house like she claimed. She went straight to Jason. And somewhere on the highway during a thunderstorm, Jason lost control of his car. By the time I arrived at the hospital, Emily had a broken arm, cracked ribs, and stitches across the side of her face. Jason was in surgery. The moment her mother saw me, she grabbed my hands desperately. "Please don't leave her," she begged through tears. "She made a horrible mistake, but she needs you." Then Emily saw me standing in the doorway. I'll never forget that look on her face. Relief, shame, fear. "Daniel," she whispered weakly, "I'm so sorry." I stood there silently while machines beeped around her. Part of me wanted to remember the woman I married. The woman who danced with me barefoot in our tiny apartment kitchen years ago. The woman who held my hand when my father died. But another part of me couldn't erase those messages, those hotel rooms, those lies. "You know what hurts the most?" I finally said softly. "Not that you cheated. It's that you watched me destroy myself working for us, while giving the best parts of yourself to someone else." Emily started sobbing so hard nurses turned toward us. "I'll do anything," she cried. "Please don't give up on me." But my heart had already left the marriage, long before her body reached that hospital bed. Over the next few weeks, everyone pressured me. Her parents, mutual friends, even my own brother. "She almost died. She deserves another chance." People make mistakes, but betrayal isn't a mistake repeated hundreds of times in secret. It's a choice. So while Emily recovered in physical therapy, I quietly finalized the divorce papers. I sold the house, split the accounts fairly, and I walked away without taking revenge because honestly, life had already done that for me. The last time I saw Emily was outside the courthouse 6 months later. She looked smaller somehow, fragile, Regret hung in her eyes, like a permanent shadow. "I never stopped loving you," she whispered. I looked at her for a long moment before answering. "Maybe," I said calmly, "but you stopped respecting me, and sometimes that destroys love forever." Then I walked away while she stood there crying behind me, and for the first time in over a year, I finally felt free.